a woman named Anne Boleyn, whose story changed the course of an entire nation, whose influence still echoes through the halls of history 500 years later. Anne Boleyn. The name alone stirs up images of scandal, power, and revolution. Let me take you back to Tudor England, where one woman's refusal to be just another courtier set off a chain of events that would reshape the world as we know it. Anne wasn't your typical medieval lady. She was educated, witty, and ambitious, qualities that made her both magnetic and dangerous in equal measure. When she caught the eye of King Henry VIII, it wasn't just another royal romance. Anne did something unprecedented. She said no. No to being his mistress. No to following in her sister's footsteps. She wanted the crown or nothing at all. This bold move would change England forever. But here's where things get really interesting. Henry's desperate desire to marry Anne led him to challenge the very foundation of medieval Europe, the Catholic Church. When the Pope refused to annul Henry's marriage to Catherine of Aragon, Henry took matters into his own hands. He broke away from Rome, declared himself the supreme head of the Church of England, and fundamentally changed the religious landscape of Britain forever. Think about it. One woman's influence led to the English Reformation, a movement that would spread across continents and centuries. Monasteries were dissolved, power structures were reorganized, and England embarked on a new path that would eventually lead to it becoming a Protestant nation. But Anne's impact wasn't just religious. She showed that women could be more than silent partners in power. She was politically savvy, promoted educational reform, and supported early Protestant reformers. She used her position to advocate for the poor and sponsored scholars at universities. She proved that a queen could be more than just a royal wife. She could be a force for change. Even after her tragic fall from grace and execution, Anne's legacy lived on through her daughter, Elizabeth I, who would become one of England's most powerful and successful monarchs. Elizabeth's reign, the Golden Age, was in many ways a vindication of everything her mother had stood for. So next time someone mentions Anne Boleyn, remember, she wasn't just the woman who lost her head. She was the catalyst who changed the course of English history, challenged religious authority, and showed that women could wield real power in a man's world. In many ways, we're still living in the world that Anne Boleyn helped create. That's the thing about history. Sometimes the most profound changes come not from battles or treaties, but from the courage of one person who dares to challenge the status quo. Anne Boleyn did exactly that, and the world would never be the same.